Hello! Ako nga pala si Ervin and I'm a bass player and welcome to your second music lesson. So, grabe ang init. Ang init ngayon and we're trying out a different phone and I hope na I feel like mas mababa yung quality nito compared to like the first one. But it's fine. Still, mag-upgrade pa naman tayo the next coming weeks, months. So this is just like the first mga una mga videos and it's good to record it to something na medyo low quality pa and then pa-progress tayo in the long run. But anyways guys, kamusta? Kamusta yung first practice natin? I hope you guys are enjoying your everyday practice, the chromatic scale and all that stuff. And I think medyo nagbago rin yung intro ko. Let me know kung medyo kailangan ko pa i-refine ng onti yung intro. But again, welcome back. Ako si Ervin. I play bass for Enjoy. And if you're interested in learning more about bass, or if you're shifting into the bass guitar, then this is the video for you. Now, we're gonna be talking about note introduction. Hindi to yung note na like yung sa mga music sheet. No, this is notes on the bass. So, for complete beginners, this is gonna be like really grateful and not really grateful, really helpful if you want to learn to play with the band. Or kumbaga, yung mga kung gusto niyo mag-play along or gusto niyo sumabay with the guitar and gusto niyo malaman, kumbaga, tutugtog kayo as a group. Kumbaga, kasi you don't really need a lot, you just need like the root note. Kunyari, kung key of C, mga ganun-ganun lang. Kumbaga, alamin natin kung ano yung mga notes na na-press ko, yung mga fret na yan. And hopefully, it will help you out with playing your first tune. Okay? So, I don't really have like a better way into explaining this into the bass except for showing you this image. So this image is like the easiest way for me to explain what the notes are and kumbaga ano yung mga kailangan nating maging aware about the notes. So in Western music, we have 12 notes. So you can pause this video and then bilangin niyo lahat yon. Exclude nyo lang yung higher C. So it's 12 notes. This is just a Western approach, okay? I just need you to focus on, not really focus on, to take note on two things. First thing is that E and F and then B and C. So take note of that because before we move over to that, I will explain to you intervals. So intervals is basically the distance from one note to another. So remember two things. Half half step and then whole step. Half step is just moving your finger to the next closest thing, closest fret. Kumbaga, this is a fret, moving it to the next closest fret, which is a half step. Okay? Pause that, take note of it. Ulit-ulitin mo lang, half step, half step, half step, half step. Half step, kahit saan dyan, half step, as long as it's the next fret to the former, to the previous fret that you played. So let's say I played this third fret. Medyo nakakalito yan kasi may headband ako. Pero this is the third fret. And then I'm gonna be playing the next note dun susunod, which is the fourth fret. So that's a half step. Now, what is a whole step? A whole step consists of two half steps. So let's say it's the same thing, the third fret. Pag sinabi kong whole step, then bibilang tayong dalawang half steps. So 1 and then 2. So from the third fret, it's gonna be the fifth fret. Okay? Remember that interval? And then so on and so forth. So again, C and then oh sorry, third fret and then fourth fret, it's half step. Third fret to fifth fret, that's whole step. So on and so forth, regardless kung nasan ka mang fret. Now, the main reason why I want you to take note of that is because if you're going to be looking at the image here, um, the notes E and F and B and C are just half step together, a half step together. Okay, get so if you're gonna be looking at it, or you're gonna be looking at the keyboard, makita mo yung A, may what do you call this? May black key, and then B, and then yung D, may black key, tapos E. And then so on and so forth, so on and so forth. So yung C, after ng C, may black key, and then D. Okay? So, take note of those notes. So, it's E, and then F, half step lang siya with one another, and then B and C, which is half step together as well. Now, literally, pag kunyaring makikita mo dyan sa keyboard na yan, so if you're gonna be looking at C, so C, and then after that, there is a black key which is C sharp or D flat. Don't be confused because the black notes in the keyboard are basically the same. So, in my explanation, or just to make sure that we finish this lesson together, let's just think of it this way. So, if let's say we are traveling from left to right, we are going to consider the next note as a sharp, and then pag right to left, it's gonna be a flat. So what do we mean by that? So let's start from the note C. So C, and then after ng C, di ba may black note or may black key? So that is considered a C sharp. And then after C sharp, move ko ulit ng half step, then that's gonna be D. Now, if in case, kasi mamaya it will be very helpful in our exercise. So, if pabalik naman tayo from right to left, so it's D, and then yung susunod nun, kasi nga dahil may black key, yung C, black key, and then D, that we will call it a D flat. Again, don't be confused, C sharp and D flat is the same note. Okay? It will all make sense once we're gonna be studying scales, family chords, and whatnot. Or if you want to really, which is really needed if you're gonna be learning about family chords, augmented, diminishing, kung mga ano mga theory na kailangan mo malaman for that. So that will all make sense very soon. But for now, as a practice, let's do it like that. So now, pause the video. Just make sure to read the keyboard, and then make sure to remember yung na-mention ko earlier, B and C, and then E and F. Pag medyo comfortable na kayo, then balik kayo dito. Now, we're gonna be moving to the bass. A few things that you need to consider or to really memorize are the open strings. So, the open strings consist, depende sa bass na hawak nyo. Mostly, ang bass na hawak na bibilin nyo or mga hawak nyo ay mga 4-string bass like this. Now, if nagkaroon kayo ng 5-string bass, you don't have to worry kasi yung addition lang yan is the upper string, yung pinaka-thick na string, which is B. And pag naka 6 string naman kayo, for some reason, it's just gonna be the last part, which is C. Okay? Remember that? For 5 string, ang dagdag is yung panglima sa taas, yung pinaka-makapal na string, which is the note B. And then for 6 string, yung pinaka-last, yung nasa baba, yung pinaka-manipis is the note C. Okay? But nonetheless, if you're playing bass, standard is 4 string. Now, you have to memorize the open strings. It's really a must. You need to memorize that para mas mag-progress ka with understanding the notes. Now I'm gonna be mentioning medyo odd things. I know for advanced players and intermediate players this is not odd, but if you're reading tabs, yung considered as 1 is yung pinakamanipis na string, which is itong nasa dulo. And then the considered 4, if I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong, alam ko tama yung ganun eh. Correct me if I'm wrong, the fourth string that is considered is itong nasa pinakataas, which is yung E. Yung pinakamakapal yung string. So, we're gonna do it like this. So, remember, yung pinakamataas, yung pinakamalapit sa'yo, yung pinakamatabang string is, which is considered in tabs as the fourth string, is the note E. So, it's really useful if you have like a pen and a paper para masulat mo to. So, yung pinakamalapit sa'yo and pinakamatabang string or pinaka-thick na string is the note E. And then second is, yung pangatlo is the A. Third or second, second is D, the note D. And then the last, which is number 1, considered in tabs, is G. I'm not really a fan of tabs, as you can see. Medyo nalilito rin ako sa kanila. So, I'm sorry in advance kung mali yung sinasabi ko about tablature. Pero, again, remember the open notes are from the thickest to the thinnest. Thickest, which is ito, pinaka nasa taas, is E. Second to that is A. Third is D. And then the last is G. Okay? So, take note of that. Remember, palagi mong, ang pinaka-practice lang dyan is to mouth the notes while you play it. So, every time you pluck your strings, this is not really a hidden secret, but every time because I'm pretty sure that every time you're practicing, ginagamit mo yung fingers mo yung dalawa, diba? The stance or the movement should be like a walking movement. So, okay, sunod lang siya, pababa lang siya. So, abutin natin yan. Okay? So, depende sa'yo kung hawak-hawak mo to pickups. So, kung floating ka, walang problema yan. As long as you're playing it right. Kumbaga natatama mga strings. Again, a practice that you can do is to mouth the notes while you play the string. So, E, A, D, G. D, A, E, A, D, G. G, D, A, E. Depends sa'yo kung paano mo siya practicing. As long as pina-practice mo siya. It's the important thing. E, A, D, G, G, D, A, E. Okay. Now, here's the exercise that we need to do. In order for us to understand the notes on the fret of the bass, we need to mouth them all together. So, remember yung binanggit ko kanina, yung E and F. So, on the first string, yung pinakamalapit sa'yo, so, let's focus muna on the first 4 frets. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hanggang dyan lang muna tayo. Para at least, konti lang yung kailangan mong i-memorize or kailangan mong practicein for the week. Okay? So, let's do it like this. So, again, check mo yung image na, or actually, dapat na-screenshot mo siya kanina para may reference ka. So, start tayo with open string, yung pinakamalapit sa atin, which is E. E. And then the first fret is F. Second fret is F sharp. Kasi nga, di ba, sabi ko, from left to right, it's gonna be F sharp. And then G. And then G sharp. Okay? Now, pabalik naman tayo. Again, ascending, descending. So, anong kapareho ng anong same note ng G sharp, which is A flat? Diba? I mentioned G sharp, A flat, lahat ng mga black keys na yan has the same note. It just has, dalawang names, which is from based on our exercise right now, it's just gonna be from left to right, it's gonna be sharp, and then from right to left, it's gonna be flat. Okay? So, A flat, G, G flat, F, and then E. Okay? Don't worry about frets 5 hanggang dun sa dulo. Don't worry about that yet. I need you to focus on the first 4 frets para at least kumbaga, once you mastered this, etong apat na fret na to, from first string to fourth string, wala na magiging problema, kabisado mo na kasing notes. Next naman yan, pag nakabisado mo na, you're confident, you can just move one fret at a time. Kumbaga, ina-add mo, nag-add ka ng knowledge based dun sa understanding mo ng fretboard. Okay? So again, let me give you guys an example for the first two strings, and then I will give you guys an assignment to learn the third and then the fourth string. E, first string tayo E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, tapos pabalik, A flat, G, G flat, F, E. That's the first string, and then second string, open string, A sharp, B, C. Okay, bakit B and C? Again, take note. E and F, tsaka B and C. Okay, wala siyang sharps, wala siyang flat. Okay? A sharp, B, C, C sharp. Okay? So, D flat, C, B, kasi diba C, wala siyang flat, B, wala siyang sharp. Okay? C, B, B flat, then A. Cool? Okay, so you just need to practice those, and then yung practice lang natin is mamouth lang natin yung notes, and then we will play it chromatically. So, ganito. So, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A flat, G, G flat, F, E. A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D flat, then C, and then B, B flat, and then A. Okay? Tuloy-tuloy lang yan. So 4 hanggang sa tapos kayo, so 4 hanggang 4 frets. Okay, hindi natin tatapusin yung lesson ng wala tayong na-share sa mga advanced tsaka mga pro players. Now, I know that this is very easy for you. I'm pretty sure that you guys have been doing this for like how many years now? Same thing with me. And I know that I still, sometimes I still suck at it. Pero here's a exercise, or actually here's a nugget that I've learned habang nag-aaral ako ng bass. So, a lot of times, a lot of bass players doesn't really know this, but most of the time, ang alam lang nating shape for triad is this position, or etong shape na to. Kasi yung uso yun yung usong shape di ba? But we actually have like 4. Okay, so you can use this or add this to your arsenal. Again, if you already know this, then it's good for you. If you're a advanced player or a pro player, tapos hindi nyo rin alam na meron pa palang ibang shapes outside of the usual second finger shape, etong second finger shape natin, then that's fine. Kumbaga, I've been playing for a while until I figured out and realized na may mga ganun pala mga shapes. So I admit to that, kumbaga. So it's always better to admit that you're not perfect and learn from it, kumbaga. So I'm gonna share you a couple of things. I don't really need to, alam mo yun, isa-isahin pa yung mga notes din kasi you guys will understand that. Again, we don't really think about the notes. We think about the shape. So that's why it's very important that we know the shape of what we're doing. So, let's start with the D. So, let's start mo dun sa usual shape natin ng D. Triad, major, again, major triad. Common yan. That's very super common. Okay? And then, this is the first finger shape. So, tapos bibilang lang kayo ng 4 na half step. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, dito sa baba. Ayan. Okay. Okay, that's the first finger position. So we have the second finger, common, and then the first finger. Okay, and then we have the third finger, which is yung pinky natin. So it's the shape is like this. Okay, tapos octave lang tayo higher. Okay, and then there's another shape. Ito, madalas na napakadalang lang itong ma-play kasi nga medyo higher siya compared to the the last three positions. Kasi last three positions is in the second string. Eh. So for this one, it's in the fourth or yung pinaka. So, okay. So, pwede mong practicein yon. Parang familiar ka. It works with all of the major triad shapes. Okay? First finger, second finger, third finger, and then actually ito yung parang added shape. Okay? Okay, so yun lang muna yung gagawin natin for advanced players. Mapakadali lang nun. I'm pretty sure that mas marami na sa inyo nakakalam nun. Okay, so that's basically it. That's our lesson for this week. So again, thank you so much for supporting me again. Nasa YouTube na rin pala ako, nag-upload na ako ng video doon so you can check me out on YouTube, and then sa Facebook almost every day naman ako nag-upload ng reel. Almost, okay? And then you can follow me on Instagram. And that's basically it. So if you like the content, hit the like button, share it to your friends, share it to your peers, share it to anyone that wants to learn how to play the bass. So yun lang again. Thank you so much and you guys stay safe.